Kwalitonalsin, greetings to the light in your heart. We are going to practice Yolchikawa flow, movement to relieve stress and tension in the body while tonifying and increasing the light, the energy inside, preparing us for breathwork that oxygenates, revives vital life force, which also is a step in preparing us for the teomania, the relaxation, the guided meditation, sitting or laying down. Inviting you to move along with us, breathe along, be along with us. Take care of yourself. Flow in a way that feels good. Move easy. Return back to these videos. Pause it if there's a moment you want to really deepen into a movement, something that feels good. Let your body be your own teacher. You have the wisdom and all that you need inside of you to walk in harmony with strength and confidence in the gift that you are, the sacred life that you came to be. I admit my gratitude to you for practicing with me and giving us the opportunity to strengthen together. Inviting us to open up the 13 coyunturas, the 13 joints, sacred cosmic number, cosmic cycles of gestation, of rebirth and transformation, of awakening, of the moon cycles, of the sacred divine feminine in us, and much, much more that will awaken in you and you'll remind me of later. Inviting us to rub our hands together, pacing left and right, connecting the hemispheres of the mind, of the brain. Releasing those energies, the whole body, circulating energy, life force. Arms come out, hummingbird arms, while our right foot, quite challenging, does open circles. And it is completely okay if you start to do circles with both. It doesn't have to look pretty. But the challenge for the mind and for the brain stimulates more oxygen, more energy, more awakening. We've done 9, go into the inside. Hummingbird arms, breathing. It's okay to laugh if it's a little bit difficult because that helps get more oxygen into the blood. Excellent. Relaxing the arms, get ready for the other side. Hummingbird arms, colibri, huitzilin. Up and down, if you need to get the arms going first, and then inside circles. It can be really slow if you want. You can speed it up to make it a little bit more challenging. Excellent. Arms relax, shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. Arms come out. Exhaling, arms come down. Eagle wings. Bringing the right knee up if we can. And with eagle wings, we're just going to kick out 7 times. You can be synchronized with the kick, or it can be opposite. Excellent. Inviting us to transition to the other arm. Relaxing the arms for a second. Other leg. Eagle wings. Opening up the coyunturas, opening up the knees now. Excellent. Now, hands on our hips, opening up 7 circles to the right while we breathe in through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. Go the other direction, still breathing, awakening the body, moving that inner tilt, the energy. Excellent. Now, gently rolling the neck. After we take a breath in, we exhale, allow the spine to be real tall, as if we're reaching out. Helps us prevent any injury. And we'll allow the neck roll to the right. And very gently, as we exhale, come down. And we'll come all the way around, creating a full circle. We'll do this 4 times while we breathe. Returning to the other direction, inhaling as we go back, exhaling down. One more. Excellent. Both hands out in front of us. We'll take 1 step back, and then with the other foot, 1 step forward. And a dynamic movement. We're stepping back and we're stepping forward. Opening up the hips, opening up the shoulders, the elbows are engaged. Increasing the heart rate, breathing in through the nose and exhaling from the mouth. Flowing with the dynamic movement. Listening to the sounds, the rhythm of our stepping, the rhythm of our breath. And stopping after this one down to the back, inhaling, exhaling, the other foot forward. It can be short lunge steps or longer, whatever feels appropriate in this moment for you. As long as it's dynamic, it's in motion. Excellent. Stepping back to the back, and now we're going to open up the elbows, the wrists, the shoulders. And now the other direction. All getting our wrists, our hands, our fingers, our shoulders, everything ready for the breathwork practices. Opening up the energy gate so the energy can flow during the Theomania, during the guided relaxation, recharge. All right. And now one of the most fun parts, you can either do this on your tippy toes. We're going to be doing some bounces, some bouncing to really prime the body, to really help shake anything that's stuck into the cells, old thoughts, emotions, energies that just don't belong. We're going to be doing jumps. We're going to do 20 jumps or 20 up and downs on our toes, whatever feels appropriate, encouraging us to work our way up to the jumps. So I'll do the 20 jumps and hear my breath get a little bit more winded because it is an exercise. So inviting us to inhale and exhale together, and we'll begin. Our hands are up high, signaling to our brain triumph for making this moment to clear energies and to restore the balance. Letting the arms come down, noticing what we notice for a moment. Excellent. We'll transition now into the 3-stage breath work. Inviting you to get comfortable on your knees somehow on the ground, either on your knees with your hips back, forward, and then centered on top of your feet, perhaps with the pillow underneath the glutes. I do a variation of all of these different positions, so I invite you to join along with me. And on top of our toes, so curling the toes underneath, which helps activate a lot of our acupressure energies as well. They're really good for digestion and for cleansing of the body. So we'll do the breathwork series, 3 breaths, inviting us to oxygenate our body, and I will face us as we do this. So the first breath is the feathered serpent, that dragon breath from a lot of our cultures. Quetzalcoatl from Mexico, and our grandma's traditions in Zacatecas remind us of the power of that dragon to purify, to strengthen that inner fire and purify what no longer serves us. so that we can make space for being our full, truest self. Inviting us to bring our hands out in front of us. Our thumbs go inside of our hands. We gently pull, strengthen the rhomboid back muscles. And this breath, we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth vigorously. Inviting us to follow along, we will do 33 together. I'll show with my hand how my belly is rising and falling. So we're strengthening that diaphragm, those abs, that core muscle. So we'll take a breath in and out together. And we'll begin on the out breath. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale all of our breath, relaxing our arms. Exhale all of the breath, pushing our belly back and holding that out breath for 10 seconds. Take a deep inhale. And breathe normal in between breathing practices. Getting ready for our second stage breath. You can put a pillow underneath the hips if you'd like, or if you feel like you can just sit up right on the knees for a moment. It's all part of the practice, the exercise. If we're up on our knees, hips go back, hips come forward, and then hips find that center. Shoulders up, back, and down. We'll begin the second breath, the Jade heart breath, encouraging us to remember we love enough, our heart turns to Jade, and that's what we're here for, to love and to serve. We begin by loving ourselves so that we have more to be and to give. This Jade heart breath is an inhale all the way up in our lungs as if we're breathing into our throat, and then we only exhale halfway. So it's in all the way, and it's exhaling halfway, producing carbon dioxide in the body, which then generates more oxygen in the body and releases a lot of the hormones that help heal and strengthen every cell in the body. So if you could see my breath will go. So inviting us to follow along after a full inhale and exhale together. Hands at our sides, and we'll go ahead and begin. Taking a deep breath in, and again exhaling, releasing all of that breath, allowing the temperature to be hot, feeling a little bit lightheaded. It is okay. Exhaling all the breath, the navel presses back, and we're gonna leave that breath out for another 10 seconds. Take a deep inhale in. Out through the mouth. Relaxing everything, breathing in through the nose again. Switching up the breathing, switching up the posture, either on the knees, on top of the shins, or on top of the toes, whatever feels right. If you also need to turn onto your side for a minute, it's quite okay. I tend to feel a little bit lightheaded because the body's cleansing. It's a part of it. So we can breathe in a little bit deeper in through the nose. And exhale, trusting in this powerful, resilient body. Cleansing, purifying, releasing, and also renewing, refilling on light, love, infinite potential. Third set is the hip-hop harpy breath, inviting us to raise our arms up and slowly engaging our back muscles, our rhomboids, our elbows are to our sides, and our fingers close and they touch, concentrating that light, receiving and giving at the same time. This breath goes to the count of in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Inviting you to follow me and go at the rhythm if you can follow it. But even if you go a little bit slower, or if you start to want to go a little bit faster, that's okay. Inviting you just to do 10 at my count, and then 10 at whatever count you'd like. I'll go a little bit faster, but you can go a little slower, as long as they're quality, deep breaths. We'll begin after an inhale and exhale. In, out, in, out. At your own rhythm. A little faster. Deep, full inhale all the way in, inviting us to hold the breath while we're relaxing everything. We're holding the breath in as we transition into a laying down position. The breath is in, filling the whole body with oxygen, a pillow underneath our knees. We're holding the breath in for 4 more seconds as we gently brace ourselves into a laying down position, flexing every muscle in our body, from feet to the top of our heads, our quads, and releasing, relaxing, and breathing normal. Allowing ourselves to be held by Mother Earth beneath us, even if she's through concrete, towel, dirt, Mother Earth always holding us. And one more time, inviting us, the magic of this contraction, to inhale, filling our whole body from our toes to the top of our head. Once we've filled in all of our breath, we're going to hold it for 5 seconds while we flex every muscle, our fists, our eyes, our ears, our cheeks, our quads, our bellies. Flexing everything. Releasing, relaxing, breathing normal. Allowing ourselves to be held. Noticing the sounds that we hear, in whatever room we may be in. The sound of air, perhaps air conditioning or heating, Sounds in and outside of the room we're in, if we can hear. Sound that comes and goes. Noticing the sound of our breathing, allowing ourselves to breathe normal. If it feels good to take a few slow, deep breaths in. Noticing the parts of our body that are making contact with the ground, the mat, the pillow. On every exhale, our body releasing down through the earth and vaporizing through our skin any tension or stress. Wise, miraculous body releasing because we put in the effort with the movement and the breath to oxygenate, making more space for light, positivity, and energy to refill us on every inhale. Wise body, wise heart, beats and circulates life force and breath on its own as we relax and we integrate. Every cell in our body releasing the old, making space for the new light, for every cell in the body to harmonize, operate at its highest potential, generating light, rebuilding cells, tendons, ligaments, muscles, circulating love, energy, rejuvenation. Knowing that in this practice, what we focus on, we give energy to. So we scan our body from feet to the top of our head. Each body part illuminating with light. The power of our mind, our inner mind, inner vision, light, to refuel, recharge on all levels and dimensions. Sacred body. With the sounds of the instruments, the flutes, drums, whistles, chachayotes, rattles, the voice, every sound, soothing, harmonizing, blessing, energizing, reactivating full harmony in the whole body, the highest frequency of love in the whole body, attuning the energy centers from the base of the spine, all 7 cuecuellos, totonolcayos, energy centers, vortexes, spinning, energizing pure light. Sounds of the instruments harmonizing, allowing the sounds to polish, to soothe, to heal, and to strengthen. Remembering that all of the medicine is inside of us. And with our effort and intentions, we have activated it, strengthened it. We emit that gratitude that in our body is circulating that medicine that we have activated, that alchemy, movement, breath, kind, encouraging thoughts for ourselves. Knowing that we came with everything we need to fulfill our purpose, to serve, generating harmony and balance. Energy, light, force, a bubble of light, force field grows and illuminates around us that attracts more love and positive energy, vibration. Also protecting us if we're around any low vibrations or darker frequencies, it's okay. Our energy protects us and deflects anything that is not in harmony with our frequency and our purpose of love. honoring the love that we have for ourselves, for taking and making the moment to practice, to exercise, to effort. Noticing our breath as we exhale, the belly collapses, relaxes. As we inhale, the diaphragm fills. Just observing the expansion and the contraction that happens. The miracle of air, oxygen, life, breath enters us, circulates in us, and releases. Noticing the space in the room that we're in. Our eyes relaxed, closed, and we still notice the space in the room that we're in. We know where our body, physical body, begins, where our body makes contact with the space in the room, the skin that is exposed perhaps in our arms or our legs, making contact with the air, the sounds coming through my voice, traveling, and how they make contact with the air and our ears. We feel soothed. We're present while our body regenerates, restores, and heals. Our mind is fully awake and present. Our mind present with sensations of gratitude, and our heart emitting light, gratitude, that it is so. As we are regenerating, every cell knows it. Calling up to our inner vision, 3 things that we are grateful for. And just observing how we see them, whether in a relationship, in an occurrence, in a happening, in a sensation inside, in a new possibility that we are present with. Invoking to our inner vision 3 things that we are grateful for. We are content. We accept. Knowing the more that we give attention to things that are positive, that are well, the more we energize the possibilities to attract more positivity, connection, wellness, inside and out. Inviting a transition, breathing in deep, really expanding and filling in the belly, the diaphragm, all the way till we feel the chest fill and expand. And then we exhale, releasing from the chest. Exhaling, the navel drops, presses. Inviting full awareness back, knowing that where we are in this room, lying or sitting, eyes closed, we know where the floor is, the ceiling. If there are walls or windows, we sense where they are. Sensing our breath, sensing sound, inviting full awareness, consciousness of this body, the sensations after putting in effort, putting in life force, oxygen, breath, the subtle feeling of returning to wakefulness from a deep rest, returning to full hands, making a fist, wiggling our fingertips, rotating our feet, closing and opening our toes, gently rocking our knees in and out, our hips to the left, our hips to the right, shoulders shrugging them up, shrugging them down, bringing our arms up, our hands, shaking our hands, bringing our feet close to our hips, inviting us to gently roll over onto our right side, make a pillow out of our Right bicep, hands on the ground, facing, looking at our hands, looking at our fingers, taking a breath in, exhaling, looking at the floor, the tile, the concrete, whatever it may be, any details, any fibers, any lines, any patterns. Another breath in, feeling our breath fill, our lungs pressing against the ground. On our next exhale, gently pressing ourselves back up into a seated position, whatever may be most comfortable. Gently rubbing our hands together. More vigorously rubbing our hands together, generating some friction. Golden, warm light. Bring that light to the temples, filling the mind, washing the mind, all that healing energy and power we have inside. We've just awoken it, cultivated it, like a garden, like the plants, like the trees of Mother Earth. Grateful, restored, renewed, in awe, inhaling, rubbing our hands together, vigorously generating friction, heat. Bringing that golden warm light over our eyes, drinking it in. Letting it fill the whole body and flowing down, whole body. In awe, reverent. As we've chosen this body, more in tune of how to take care of it, how to tune it up. One last time, generating that friction. Fully awake, coming back from perhaps in between, awake and meditate and sleep. All in between. Excellent. Trusting in the divine in us. Putting our left hand over our heart, closing the fingers, right hand over our navel, sharing that warmth, golden light with ourselves, balancing the heart, emotions, digestion, integrating, taking a breath in. Receiving, allowing that energy to circulate. The shoulders are back and down, relaxed, spine is tall. Heart power, Yolchikawa lisli, Yolchikawa, in harmony, in tune. What we have put in has determined what we have gained, integrated, and is flowing in us. Hearts in front of our, hands in front of our heart, pressing against our heart, bowing to all the teachers, Tlamatini, Temashtanis before us, saying thank you as they transition, as they transmit, channel through. Bowing to the Maestro Tlamatini inside, Maestrex inside, and bowing to each other in gratitude for practicing, growing deep roots so that we could be tall, abundant, fruiting trees. Wishing you light-filled path. Kwaliotli.